Okay, folks. Well, we are back for the one chase after that rain. We have to call it a rain interlude there, but we have one down the leg side, not called there, so I must have pushed. Yeah, thigh pad. So the batter got in the way there. So good thing. So far now, let's get it straight here now. We had a rain delay quickly, and things happen so quickly around here. Now we're back on the field with a one chase. 131 is required by the BCC Stars, as the Eagles is going to try to keep them in check. Outside the off stump, he's pulling well. There's one, but I think he's just going to settle for one, as the field has just been saturated there. Rizwan did the fielding, so we're underway. One for no loss. So we have 117 more balls left. It's a 20-20 encounter. We were thinking about a second game, maybe a 10-10. We're not too sure about that. But nonetheless, this game continues. Early in the inning, remember that the Eagle Stars, they won the toss, elected to bat, and they went about their business, scoring all of 130 for the loss of 7 wickets. And the BCC now in response, they're on one. We're into over number 1. As Yaqub Ali, he is the opening bowler. Ricky Naya and Ashu are the 2 batters. So Ricky Naya, the all-rounder, he's a no-nonsense batter. So we... So we have a free hit to Balinayak. And he's going into him, and he's hitting along the ground. But he's not going to have enough to get there. He's dying in the grass. Once it's hit the 30-yard mark, things are going to slow up considerably. But it was a proper cricketing shot. And it left the bat like a shot from a gun. But White was in pursuit, and he just had to go and pick it up because the ball died in the heavy grassed area out in the long off region. So like we said, they're trying to still get the cameras back in place, so we're having wide shots here, so we're not having anyone following the ball at this time, as some of the cameras, they did get wet, so they have to be worked on to dry and cleaned and make sure they get back in place. So for now, we're just operating on 2 cameras. So we're seeing the batter on the wide shot. So Ali it is. This 50 delivery down the leg side. He's turning this one nicely off the hip in pursuit of 2. And they will get it quite comfortably, as the man from the backward square leg sends a good throw into the wicket keeper. So Damien Rowe, decked out in black, he is the wicket keeper. Made some 31 runs, batted beautifully until he ran past one and got stumped. And this time the batter is covering up nicely, getting a single in the onside. Outside the off stump, he's getting a dot, which is very accommodating, that dot. So it seems as if White is going to be the opening partner with his medium paces. I'm sure he's got to keep things nice and tight. Qureshi takes the cap. So Ricky Nayak is back on strike. Bowled well. Well, his last over, he was carted for some 15 runs. Ended up bowling his 4 overs for 29 runs. His first 3 overs went for a meager 14 runs. But they got a hold of him and carted him all over the park. But he came in the happy hour when he came back on to bowl his final over. And Qureshi and Azim were the batter. In addition, I think he bowled when Rehan Mohammed was batting as well. So White starts bang on target as this one goes to extra cover. Qureshi feels no chance of a run. 8 for no loss. We're into over number 2. Ricky's on 5 and Ashoy is on 1. Outside the off stump and he's getting runs here. 1, I think that's all there'll be. So again, he's 9 for no loss, chasing 131 for victory. And the Eagle All-Star trying to keep them within 130. This one is in the air. There's a man getting under it. No. He goes for 6. It was just a flick of the wrist. It was high into the air. We thought it was within the playing area, but it went beyond the playing area as that one was loose. Full pitch into the legs. And the first maximum of the inning. So Ashoy, he moves on to 7 quickly. So his last name is what? Ashoy Gonongutia. Wait, come back delivery down the leg side and he's flicked him and think he's in a spot of bother here. It was a smart piece of stumping, but it's going to be a wide down the leg side. So, yes, so just tell him it's a wide because down the leg side, so it was out smartly stumped down the leg side. Wicket keeper standing up, whip the bails off in a flash. So Ashoy, after that 60, come back delivery. Just tell him it's a wide. Signal the wide. Tell him signal the wide. A caught behind? They ain't a caught behind. So Zachary Satar is the new batter in. He comes at the 1 drop. As we understand, coming in from the umpire, the batter was out with a flick down the leg side, smartly taken there by wicketkeeper Rowe. We thought it was up for stumping, but he got a nick onto it and it was smartly taken down the leg side. So it's not going to be a wide. No one added to the score, 15 for 1. And this time he's covering up. So White with a wicket to his name, having been struck for an almighty blow over the deep backward square leg. Came back with a quicker one down the leg side. Batsman getting a nick onto it and is smartly taken by Damien Rowe. Down the leg side and it's going to be a wide as that one thumped into the wicket keeper. Gloves seem to be annoyed with something. I'm sure he might be bowler White. as he was straying down the leg side. One more added to the total, takes it on to sweet 16. 16 for 1. Zachary Satar is yet to score. Ricky Naya, he's on 6 from 6. Goes in. This time he's in the air, but he's splitting the slip and the backward point, and he goes close to the boundary, but he's not going to get there as the field is heavily grassed beyond the 30-yard circle. So 2 more to the total. So Zachary gets off the mark with 2 streaky. 1, but he was in no danger. He was well wide of the first slip, the lone slipsman, and there is a deep gully, as a matter of fact. So it split both men, and away she goes for 2. Again, it's a 2020 encounters. White ends a successful over. He was carted for a 6, but nonetheless only. In addition to the 6, White gave away some 4-1. So 1 wicket for 10 from his first over. So I think we can say even Steven. This time it's in the end, over the head of White, and he's going to come all the way for 6. And that was a good proper cricketing shot there from Ricky Naya. He just waltzed into that one, and a flick of the wrist, he just hit it over the head of White standing in the mid-off region, and came all the way towards us, hit the come box for yet another maximum. The score raced on to 24 for 1. Be reminded that BCC has not lost a match here in this tournament so far. They've won all of their matches. And like the skipper said, they're going to try to keep up their winning ways. Well, the matches they would have won previously were 10-10 matches. This one is a 20-20. But like you would have said at the toss, they have enough batting to overcome and overhaul any amount of runs that the Eagle Stars would have made. Well, they got to 130 and below par from what the skipper would have said at the toss. He said they were aiming for about 200, and then he said 100. Oh, that's good running. Definite good running there. And you have to give all of that to Ricky. Is Ricky and strike? Yes, because he played it. Nice, elegant touch outside the off stump. And he started the first run. And like the coaches would tell you, run the first run fast. You're not going to get too many runs going beyond the 30-yard circle. But because they took off with the first run quickly and he got beyond the 30-yard circle, they were able to turn. And by the time the fielder caught up with up, his back was turned while they were well on the way. And you have to have a strong, flat throw coming in from, say, about 50 yard. In the end, they got there quite comfortably for 2. This time he's playing correctly forward. Young Qureshi feels. It was a sad way to see young Qureshi go today when he was run out, trying for a non-existent 2. Well, we're having some drop, but the sun is out. That's a flick of the wrist, just a flick of the wrist, and he goes down 1 bounce 4, and the score raced quickly to 30 for 1. So the sun is with us, but we're having some blessings. It's a Labor Day weekend here in America, in North America. And, you know, normally on the Labor Day weekend, there's a lot of smoke in the air because the barbecue grills are out in the numbers. Let's hope that those with the gas grills and all the stuff, they would take care. No blowing up, no incidents of sort where we'll have any injuries or anything. So 4th of July just went by, and it was something new where you didn't have all that fireworks, but you know the folks, they're gonna still come out with their boom bang. They came out on 4th of July and did their stuff, but people were kept off site when they would have had the fireworks display. But here, like we said, it's more of a barbecue, more of a eatery stuff. A lot of pork, I would imagine. Well, we have some 12 runs from this over so far. Last delivery left. We had an almighty blow with the first delivery for 6. And again, the fourth delivery went for 4. In the air again. A good looking shot here. Let's see. White is going to catch up with it. Go, go, go. And no. It's 4. It's gone for 4 as it come to the end of the over. So that's a good looking over there. As Ricky Naya races up onto 22 from 12. And that was done elegantly with all the grace and ease and comfort in the world. White gave valiant chase to catch up with it. He slid in the end like a young spring chicken 16-year-old, but to no avail. So White is going to be continuing. He's going to be bowling his second over, the fourth of the inning. But they'll already raced on to 34 for 1. And we had just completed over number 3. So some 16 runs coming from that. So Ali would have bowled his 2 overs there for some 24 runs. So Lenroy White, 1 for 10. Have a smart catch taken down the leg side from a flick. So we have more balls than runs. Some 97 runs from 102 deliveries. That's what the equation is saying here. Zachary is on strike. Batting at a strike rate, even 100. A partnership of 19 already on the board. 34 for 1. This time he's stroking it nicely, but can't get it past Qureshi in the extra cover region. Like we said, anything in the first 30 yards, it's going to be traveling. It's nicely cut. Outside the off stump, he's pulling, and he's pulling well. As this one goes down into the cow corner area for 4. So Zach is pulling out all of his weapons there, and he's saying, I can get into the party too. I can join the party, get into the act. His first boundary of the inning takes him on to 6, 38 for 1. He's like a freight train. They're running away like a freight train. But we know. Let's see if Lenroy White is going to continue. He was struck for an almighty 6, and the very next delivery came up with a wicket. Now he's been struck for a 4, not a 6. So let's see if he follows the pattern. A boundary and a wicket. No, it's not to be, because a good looking stroke here again from Zach as they turn for the second. And they get there quite comfortably in the end. He would have run past the sticks, but he was in no danger of getting run out because the throw itself was off the mark, wide of White's left. 40. And you know, we have to go biblical. It's Sunday, 40 days and 40 nights. It's time for fasting. This time Zach is trying to pull one from outside the off stump. But Rizwan is there, moving to his right smartly like a sprung chicken. The batsman who thought of a single had to quickly abort the thought. As Rizwan said, no, you're not going to be sneaking a single at me, especially it's going to my right, and I'm right-handed with a right-hand throw. Nah, I pegged that one stump on Damien Rowe behind the sticks with the big glove. He'll whip those bails off. Outside the off stump again, and White has done well after being struck for that 4, has come back well. So 1 delivery left. Let me not talk too soon and put the commentator's curse on him. And again, he's just getting a single off the last delivery of his. So over number 4. So Azim, the all-arounder, comes into the attack. He's going to be bowling his medium paces from the top end, and he flexes his arm, give a little jump and a little jiggle as if to say, okay, I'm going to get this right, boys. We have to defend 130. So the last over, just some 7 runs coming from it. He's digging this one into the thing, but can't pass Qureshi, who knocks it down in front of him. It was back of a length. Satar was trying to get into it to split cover in white and the extra cover in Croatia. We have a long off. We have a point. We have a backward point, and this outside the off stump again, a swing and a miss. So Azim is onto something here. 2 balls outside. The line is right. The areas are right outside the off stump. Damien with the big glove. Now we have a guy in the 45, so the slip has been out, and he's flashing at that one. He's flirting with danger. Azim was in a partnership with Qureshi at the end of the inning, and this time he's playing this one to Qureshi, and he's smartly knocked down there by Qureshi, going to his left. Just one, 42. So 89 from 90 for the balls. Like we said, they're off in a hurry. Ricky Nye on 22. He is on strike. He has played some lovely shots so far early in his innings. Outside the off, he's cutting well. But this time, like I say, he's not going to have the legs to get to the boundary as White is in pursuit. And he gets there, send the throw into wicket keeper. Good throw in. One bounce to the keeper. That was a good looking show. He had 4 written all over it. But like we said, once it hits gone past the 30-yard mark, it's going to slope, and this one slowed up considerably, but it was a good-looking cricket shot. Just got 2 for his effort. Nonetheless, he's back on strike. He's on 24, 44 for 1. Earlier in the innings, in the All-Star innings, that's a wide outside the off stump, and you know what they say with wide? If you're not giving the batsman a fair chance of playing at it, you've got to reload and come again. And that one is not going to pass on by Bally as he stretches arms out like an eagle, getting ready to soar. A partnership already of 30 between these two, as like we said, 1 wicket would have passed, and this time he's correctly forward as this one was bang on target. As Ricky Naya, not in any hurry, the equation is in favor of the BCC Stars, but you never know. 1 wicket can bring 2, but the one has not brought 2 so far. We're up to 45. But you know, this partnership is going, that's how it happens. After a partnership and you get a wicket, then we'll find a little domino effect most times. Well, the end of that over, and we're stuck on a 45 for 1, having completed over number 5. So you're listening to cricket and watching cricket from the MAQ Cricket Stadium, MAQTV.com. Those of you who are viewing, we hope that you will spread the word and share the link to some of your friends. It's a holiday weekend here in all of South Florida and in North America as a whole. Celebrations all around. But we are celebrating here with cricket as folks refresh themselves. And the 2 batters, they've been there for some time. They've been there. Partnership is going. It's over 30. 45 for 1. Ricky Naya looks good. I don't have a color commentator with me, so I have to just try to just do my best to just keep you informed. Unless I can just turn to Jacqueline Heil. Yeah, the partnership has gone to 30. So yeah, the opening partnership, they put on some 15 before smartly taken down the leg side by Damian Rowe after bowling of White. So White, it seems as if, well, he had a good last over. He has bowled some 2 overs for 17 runs. And White been an all-arounder. He has done duty on the cameras earlier in the day, and he came in the com box and gave... Ooh, yes, no, and this time a better throw would have been very interesting. They're going to be over toes? No, he would have gone past there. But that was not very good running there. But like I said, the ball was a good looking stroke. It deserved a run, but when the ball is going straight and went straight to Azim and he got there in a hurry, like I said, anything within the 30 yards is going to get to you in a hurry because it's nicely shaved. It's beyond that when the grass gets heavy after it hit about the 45-yard mark. That's when you get into trouble. Anyway, Zach nonetheless moves on to 11 from that. He was a near miss because the throw came in at his end, but it was off the mark, and he lived to fight another day. This brings Ricky Nair on strike. Oh. Now the sun is out in all its glory, but there's still some heavy clouds hovering around, especially in the south. But don't think that's going to be any threat to us. This is a Yorker as White put his hands on his head as if to say, how did you get to put your bat in that one? And the shout came in from the dugout. Well played, Ricky. Well played, Ricky. Well, it didn't come through the mics here, and the outside microphone did not pick it up. But we heard it in the com box here. Well played, Ricky. Well played. This time, Ricky again. Yorker length, and he's trying to play it into the offside. He got a bat, and it came down right in the nick of time there. So 2 dots in a row. So we're at the halfway stage of White. Third over. He's doing well for himself so far. This time again, another Yorker, so 3 Yorkers in a row. White is onto something. He's pegging those sticks, and he's trying to defend with all its words. So just a single, which was a risky single from the first delivery, and then he bowled a hat-trick of dots. And again, 4 dots in a row. Last ball coming up. Let's see. The shout is coming from the dugout. Stay and bat, boy. Stay and bat, boy. You have to respect that bowling. Lenroy White is saying, I'm equal to the task, Ricky. And this time he's playing a good shot and another dot. So we had 5 dots in a row. Very good over. Just one coming from it, and they had to hustle for that one as we come to the end of the day over. Just one from it. We would have seen a wicket maiden when the BCC Stars would have bowled. The skipper himself was the man at the helm. Took a wicket with the first delivery, and then, just like White, he would have bowled 5 dots in a row. So White been off the mark just with the first delivery. If you're going to match him with the skipper of the BCC, when he would have got a wicket with the first delivery and then bowled 5 dots in a row. So White, you're equal to the task, and you're doing all you can to keep the BCC within 131. So Azim to continue. And Azim would have batted some 4 times here, and 3 times they've got off the mark with a boundary. Today, again, he got it off the mark, but into the offside. The previous 2 was onto the leg side, down a deep backward square leg. So he's known for that now. When I'm getting off the mark, I'm getting off my mark with a 4, with a boundary. But now he's called upon to do duty in the bowling department as he strays into the leg side, as the one goes down to the boundary and very close to the boundary, and seems as if he has gone beyond the boundary mark. So he's not following the footstep of Lenroy White when he would have bowled some 5 dots in a row. He has now come and spoil the party, spoil the dot party. So the 50 comes up, and he got there in a hurry. Zach batting better than 100. He's gone 15 from 13. He's opening the blade. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. There's going to be trouble. Yes, Dan, there was definitely not a run there. They would have been flirting with danger. And he was going to the left of Huda, and Huda is a left-hander. And he was going to his left hand as well. He did not pick up cleanly, or else he would have been in trouble. Huda. Yes, Huda. Yes. So score here is the batters. He said they have got to keep me awake here, because he was doing some extra duty last night, in which his eyes were saying, "You're not going to close on me, pal." That's worry for you. 50 for 1. And again, like I said, if you're out for some sunbathing, now it's a good time down the leg side. And Zach was trying to heave this one way over the deep backward square leg. Didn't catch up with it, but the score advanced by 1. Not to his total, but the score itself. The partnership has gone to 36. And gentlemen, by now, you know, every time I see 36, what do I say? That's the age of the great man, Bob Marley, when he was passed away at age 36. Young, talented icon. But he's in musical heaven with Michael Jackson. Knocked down there by Qureshi, well fielded, going to his wrong hand, which is the right hand, if there's such a thing. But he knocked it down, kept it in front of him. That's what you need. Bowlers always need the fielders to support the bowling, because they're not going to always get it right. It was a good looking shot. But Qureshi in the extra cover. This time he's going straight to Qureshi! To his right, but in the air. And in goalkeeper fashion, he dove to his right, but he got past him. And they're going to sneak a single as it was sloppy. Sloppy was going in. It was not the fielder's fault. It was Azim's fault. He should have been looking to collect that one as the ball was thrown into him. And he rolled past him. That ball was still alive. And the batters were alert. And no, we can get a legal single. So Zach with a near miss there. This time he's playing a good shot, but he goes straight to Hura in the covers. Can't score. Over number 7 is done and dusted. 53 for 1. Zachary Satar is on 17. Ricky Nair slowed down some. Is on 24. He was kept in check by Lenwai White. And since then we have not seen much of him. But now we're going to have Huda. He's going to be summoned into the attack. He's going to be bowling his left armers. He's going to be coming between the umpire and the stump. So he's going to be bowling his left arm round. So Huda flexing his arms, flexing his shoulders, trying to get it right. They're trying to keep the BCC Stars within 131. That's what is required for victory. We had a passing show. He came down heavily, I can say. Had to move all cameras and everybody scampered, run for safety. And Huda is on the mark as this one is played slowly out to the wide long on position. Trickles for a single. So Ricky has gone to a quarter century. Early in the day we haven't had a 50 in the inning. We had a top score from Rihan Mohammed of some 43. He was looking good. And Damian Rowe too. He looked good for his 31. And we're hearing 2-2-2, but Huda would have none of that. He's fielded to his own bowling as the ball's just rolled away just to his right. But being a left-hander going around the wicket, it'll take him a little while to get back into the onside to prevent that single. 55 it is for 1. 18 to Zach Satar. And Ricky Nair, who is on 25, comes into strike. He has been kept quiet. It's all started with White when he bowled 5 dots to him. Outside the off stump, he's slapping this one down to this sweeper cover where White fields. And stroll through for a single. So I think White has been wasted down there in the cover region. I can tell you that. He's a man who always wants to be in the action. He's an aggressive fielder. Outside the off stump, wide call and signal there by the umpire. So Huda has been off the mark there with that one. Easy going, but the one chase is kept within reason. I mean, they're in no danger. Just 1 wicket down. And if these two bat deep into the inning, they're going to be 2 set batsmen. Another one to Wiki. He goes on to 26. So all ones, including a wide in this over so far. So it's not going to be like a runaway freight train. They've got to fight for every run. We're into over number 8. Huda left arm. This time he's coming after him and he's playing it straight back past him and down to the boundary for 4. And that was a good looking shot. The umpire for a moment there seemed to be in a little danger as Huda, he long gone past, got out the way as he came straight back over the umpire's head. We've gone into the 60s now. 62 for 1. So Ricky Nair have upped the ante. He has gone into 30s. He's on 30 as a matter of fact from some 23. Like we said, they've kept quiet. The partnership is 3 away from 50. It's on 47. Zachary is on 19, keeping company. Ricky goes in the air. He didn't get a good hold of this. Let's see. Did he? He's going to get 4. So he's taking a liking to Huda as those last 2 deliveries there. He got boundaries. And he has raced up to 34. So again, for the fielding team, maybe it's the commentator's curse. He'd been kept quiet by White, and he stayed on 24 for a long time. And then here he is, all of a sudden, raced on with another 10 to get to 34. Over number 8 is done and dusted, 66 for 1. A partnership of 50, that comes up. So 51 is the partnership. These two are looking good. They look set for the long haul. So I think that, based on what we've seen so far here, I think the 130 for 7 that was made by the Eagles Stars might be notch change. Don't want to speak too fast, but just 65 needed from 72 deliveries. I think that's out of the equation. Well, 67 it is, as this one was played into the offside, and with a touch of class, just opening the face of the bat, guiding it down to the left of point, and we were off for single. And again, like we said, White has been rendered useless, just sitting over here, just beneath us in the come box. Oh, and this time they're running again. Let's call for the coaches to have a look. Yes, no, yes, no. You're not going to get much going to Qureshi. He's been feeling in the extra cover. He's like a net. Zachary's on 20. Ricky on 34. So Azim goes in both to him, and Ricky comes forward quietly again. You're not going to get past the net. We've just got to say there's a safety net in Qureshi. So we have 2 dots on the trot. So, although it's a small score, I think there's a lot of dots. But these guys, they're playing proper cricket. They're nothing unorthodox about these two batsmen. He's going in the air, he's going towards White, but away from him to his left. And all he can do is to shadow for the cover sweeper, who is the one who eventually caught up with that ball. So Ricky Nair goes on to 36. What do I say when it's 36? The great Robert Nestor Marley would have gone past and left us at age 36. That Jamaican reggae superstar survived the gunshot, but couldn't survive cancer in the toe. Would have gone, left us in Miami here, Florida. Ricky comes forward again and can't pass the net in see Sean Qureshi. You see some runs in that area. It's a busy area. Ricky looking good. We have not got a 50 in this match. He's 14 away from that. Outside the off stump, he's cutting well, and you hear coming from the dugout, because it was a good looking shot. And once we would have split those two men, that would have been, that fielder would have just been going to the boundary to retrieve. But again, he gets into the 45-50 yard mark, and the ball just dies. Kills a good looking shot. So for you viewers on TV, I know you're saying, wow, that's a good looking shot, good stroke. Over number 9 is done and dusted. We're going to have a strategic timeout after this, but we're still going to have some refreshment, because these two batters have been there going for quite some time. It's 60 of 66 deliveries, 71 for 1. Earlier we were having fun here. When the first wicket fell, when the Eagles star batted, it was 11 for 1. And then they raced up to 22, and then they became 22 for 2. And it was never again to see 33 for 3, 44 for 4, 55 for 5. We never got to 77 for 7, because all of 7 wickets would have fell. But they raced on to 130. Was that enough? My color commentator is not here with us, but I'm sure he would have agreed that, based on what is happening out in the middle at this time, 130 seem to be small potatoes after meal. So Azim been replaced, and we're gonna have Sajan Akbar. He's going to be taking up the attack. They need wickets, and they need wickets quick and in a hurry. So White has been the lone wicket taker so far. Full pitch, and Zach is getting into it. But there's a man down there. He goes straight into his hands. But did it call as a no ball? No, the umpire said it's a legal delivery. It was coming down, and Zach didn't advance. He did come out of his normal stance. So probably he was the one who made it into full toss. So good bowling change, maybe. Can we say that? So Zishan Akbar got into the act quickly. So now, yeah, we're going to have a strategic timeout at this time. We're into the 10th over. So like we just said, he took his refreshment on the ninth. At the end of the 9th over. He could have waited for the 10th, but it brought a wicket. So 71 for 2, and we are going to be taking a timeout here at this time. Well, welcome back to the MAQ Cricket Stadium here, and the one change continues, as we would have had a strategic timeout in which we would have seen the wicket of Zach. He went for 20. Now a dot goes into the scores book, 71 for 2, outside the off stump, and Damien will whip the stumps out of the ground looking for a stumping, but the batsman's feet was anchored in cement. So you've got to whip the bails instead of taking all of the wicket down. That's all it takes. But nonetheless, it's 71 for 2. They're looking wickets. They're going to need wickets in a hurry. So, playing rules, we can use 2 super subs in this game. So let's see if one is going to come into play here, because they're going to need some wickets and need him in a hurry. And again, like we said earlier, in all of this tournament, Makueshi would have just out 1 dismissal in all of his innings here. Down the leg side, a wide call signal by the umpire. So score advanced by 1. And like I said, when you're batting, you have to put a price on your wicket. And when you value your wicket, you're not going to give it away, regardless of the situation. This one is turning this one nicely off the legs. That's Stefan Babalal. He gets off the mark with a single. 73 for 2. White now been asked to go a little wider. I guess he's anticipating an inside out shot from Ricky Nair. So Ricky, he is on 38. Top score in the match so far is 43, and that was done by Rehan Mohammed when he batted for the Eagle Stars. Outside the off stump, this one is knocked back up to the bowler. He was knocked with some venom, and he's shaking his hands for all it's worth as he got back to him in a hurry. It was not a chance by any means, but at least he would have saved probably an additional run as he knocked that one down. 74 for 2. So Stephen Babalal had just started his inning after the water break. This one is getting up, going way over the stump as he hits the batsman way above the pads into the thigh pad. That one was quite pacey. It was a quicker delivery. By the time he swiveled and tried to pull it into the onside, the ball rushed him. It was a stifled appeal, but there's no way he was going to get an LBW decision. 57 to win from some 60 balls. So the equation is quite even, and it's tilted in the favor of the BCC Stars. Remember, they're trying to get to 131. That was 130 for 7 was made by the Eagle Stars. And by the look of things, I don't think it's going to be quite nearly enough, because they have a lot of wickets in the bank. Only 2 wickets would have fallen, and we've just completed over number 10. Now, folks, we're going to have to stick and say we're going to have a second game. It should have been slated for 3 o'clock, but this game is going to finish long before 3 o'clock. So I don't know, in that wait time, you just have to wait until 3 o'clock. Okay. Okay. Ricky Nair is stroking this one again with soft hands for a single. And they're slated to play the second game, BCC, against the Warriors. The Warriors slated to come in at 3 o'clock. So for the viewers out there, you stick and stay. You're going to have a lunchtime in between. And you can always get onto the MAQ TV, and there are a lot of videos there to be viewed. So in the meantime, you can always get some flashback and get interviews. And So 56 from 59. So we're going to have young Zishan Qureshi. He's going to be taking up the attack with his left arm. He's going to be bowling over the wicket, and he's going to be bowling to the left-hander Stefan Babalal, southpaw. Bowls floated up, and this time he's playing this one away from Rizwan. For a moment there, I thought he was flirting with danger, but it was always away from Rizwan to his right. So he gets out of the firing line of Qureshi, and that brings Ricky Nair on strike. He is on 40, but the total is 76 for 2. So Stefan has sucked up some 5 deliveries for his 2, but they're not in any hurry. This time Ricky's going after him. There's a man down there, but he's not going to carry all the way. He goes one bounce to him. It was aerial in the air. Good shot, but he has to keep that down. But he got down there to Huda in a hurry. They can only get 1. So Zishan Qureshi he's fighting well. He's inviting the batsman to come after him. Again, he's fighting again, and this time he's stroking it, and he's going to get 1 to White. White got there in a hurry. Good effort again. And that's what we say. White has got to be up in the 30-yard circle. He's a busy man. All singles so far, and no boundaries for the first 4 deliveries. 53 required from some 56 deliveries. Ricky Nair on strike. He's on 41. Would we see the first 50 of the match? He's getting back, and he's pulling this one on the onside. Qureshi was already moving to the offside, so there's no way he could have prevented that single. Ricky goes on by 1 to 42. That brings Stefan Babylon on strike. All 1 so far in this over. So nice tidy over so far. Let's see, he flights again, and this time he's turning it around the corner. He goes to Rizwan, who fields as the over come to an end. So we have just 6 singles, so a very good over. The batsman boy in no danger of getting out, really. Just a 1 shot that was played aerial by Ricky Nair, but it went a 1 bounce down to the wide long off. Apart from that, they just took the time and strolled for 6 singles. Stefan Babalal, he is on 4. Ricky Nair is on 42. Top score so far in the inning was by Rehan Mohammed. He got some 43. Batted well for his 43. Damian Rowe, he looked good for 31. And MAQ Qureshi ended with 19 not outs. And it was a good looking 19 at the back end of the inning. Hit 1 good almighty 6. So we're going to have Rizwan, the wicket taker. He always comes in and takes wickets here. So let us see. Wickets are required here at this time. So Rizwan, you have been summoned to take wickets, not just to keep things quiet, because they can stroll a single off every delivery. 51 from 54. You have more deliveries, and this time he's going to the backward point, can't score. Babalal was on the back foot, trying to eke out a single, but it was a non-existent single. Rizwan bowling in his cap. Umpires are not allowed to take the cap, so players have to make do with. This time he's trying to swing this one, but Sean Qureshi is like a net all day. You can't get past him. He was doing it in the extra cover, but for the left-hander he becomes short mid-wicket, and for the right-hander he becomes the extra cover. And he's fielded so many balls today and saved so many runs outside the off stump. This time he's getting it past White in the cover, and he goes to the cover sweeper for a single. So Rizwan spot on. We have not seen a boundary for the last 3 overs or so, but there's no need for that. The partnership is building, a partnership of 10. It's into double figures now. Remember, the target is 131. Right now it's been a stroll in the park. 81 for 2. Rizwan again, right arm over, and this time he's sweeping. He's sweeping well. There's runs for him. There is 1. They're turning for 2, and they will get there quite easily in the end. So Ricky Nair has now become the top scorer of this match. He is on 44. He's gone past the 43 made by Rehan Mohammed when he batted for the Eagle Star. 83 for 2. Wikinaya, good batsman. He's a good all-rounder. He bowled well when he bowled as well. This time he's standing up and punching past the right of the bowler. But White, a busy man. Like I said earlier, he needs to be in on the play, in the 30-yard circle. And that's what he brings to you. Energy in the field. And bowlers like that, you can save him a single. And you can keep a batsman on strike. Let him get 2 free deliveries. Last delivery coming up. Wisdom been good so far. This time down the leg side and he's pulling, but there's a man in the short fine leg up in the circle and can't score. As that over comes to an end, a good one. Over number 12. Done and dusted. And, we'll be joined in the comment box here by MAQ a man for the moment, a man of all moments, as a matter of fact. He's playing in this match, but we have the super sub is on for him, so we're going to utilize his voice at this time. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the comment box and welcome to another MAQ 2020 match, as this one is down the leg side, a white call and signal there by the umpire. So far, you've had a good knock of 90. Start with you personally. It was 19 not out from the back end. Why did you bat so late?
No, I just for the giving the chance for the young players. They can able to see how they're playing, and that's the great moments to give them showpiece. And all the players they want the youngs they come in and try out. That's what our goal is. So bring more players, give more chances to out to them, and it just show them up. Like I'll be along with them, so you still can be bats. So is giving experience for the players. So give them early chance and see that, and then we can show them up. Basically, we still have to make it, So I came late. The reason is that's there. I just want to give them young youth chances, and then they can be popped up the new players for us, U.S. Open and then other leagues.
Yes, well, notice in this tournament, you have put a price on your wicket. We have said that all day here and in previous matches. You have only been dismissed once for the last 2 months. Today again, you came up with a not out again. So is it that you just play for you're not out, even though you were going gung-ho in the party hour because you hit a massive 6 and you didn't try to defend your wicket as such? Is it just the luck that you're not getting out, or you respect the good balls, or you're not gifting away your wicket?
No, I was not giving away wickets, and I used to, as you know, I play as a first-class cricket and came back here, but it's a different cricket here, If you look at this cricket, is like total different games in for this field. So here, if you've seen of the players, they on rush. They're thinking they have to make all the score in one ball, which is they have to be patient. So I've been teaching them. So I'll be on ground with them, give my experience. That's what I am for, giving experience and teach them up. This is like coaching game for them also. So this is, I can be rushed 1 ball and 2 ball and 3 ball. So if you want to be model, you want to show them up how you can play. And that's basically, the guy took the...
Well, let's break here because Wikinaya has got the first 50 of this match and an inside-out boundary 6, and it went a good-looking shot. He goes on to 51, and at the end of over number 13, the score is 93 for 2. And the partnership has gone to 22. So Wikinaya, the all-rounder at the top of the inning, has gone to 50 not out.
So, 51 runs, and is good players is patient and stay on the wicket. He counting the run, as you've seen that thing up when require them score 6 runs on average, and why he need to go big shots, and he's continue expecting the bowlers and going by each ball, as you've seen. So it's not like in rush, and they're playing a smart cricket. That's basically should be learned from their others.
Yes, because earlier in the inning when the Eagle would have batted, we had Rian Mohammed. He got 43. But the running between the wicket and the urgency, I think he's going to need some coaching in that department. When you bat early in the inning, you always try to hustle the single and hustle for the 2s. today, well, it was a different kettle of fish where you had to go hard to get one because you went in when it was only, what, 3 overs, 4 overs to go. But generally speaking, I think that was something that need to be looked at in his batting. Batted very well, but the running between the wickets, he was not hustling the singles and the twos.
Yeah, I've been talking to him. I said, look, you need to take first run quick, because if you don't take first run quick, you don't have chance for second run anyway. So don't be a lazy. Just use the first run is a quick run. Oh, there was a catch, early catch, and they dropped him up, as you seen that thing up. There was a great chance for get him out. Rizwan almost got the wicket, and there was the Ricky Nair was been playing for 52 runs, and there's a great chance. If that wicket fall off, will have great chance for the Eagle Star. That he cannot miss chances. So that's why you can see that the guy came in very lazy way and drive in and then step up. The catch can be catching. So that's you can see that will be good catch, but you need to show them. You have to come in. So we talking back to Rehan. He was doing the good batting, but his running was not there. He just giving up. His young kids just think about it, and I showing them up how I running it. Follow me my direction. I say call the numbers. Like a call for every run. So if you look at it, I go out there. I do 110% performance for running side of them. Even sometimes you can see ages have fact, but I've been running. I say, look, if I can do it, you can do twice faster than me, but call the runs. So it's 19 runs. A lot of him only won 6. The rest of them have single runs. I've been out there for running back and forward, also for other side too. So best way you can see that as you performance, continue roll it for singles, and you will gonna get the chance for the big hits if they needed to. Or calculate your things. You already made 10 runs. Why you need to run for another 6 run and 7 runs? If a 10 run average will give you 200 score on the board.
Yes, indeed. And early in that over, yes, we saw a weak, feeble attempt to catch Wicked down on the deep backward square leg. And these fielders have to know when Wisborne is bowling, he's a wicket taker. Always think every ball that he's going to get a wicket. So all fielders should be on the alert. And I think that Wicked Nair, like you said, if his wicket too would have fallen there, you never know. He would have given the fielders momentum because he's a good batter and put pressure on a new batsman. And Stefan Babalal, he's not been going gung-ho either. So he's relatively fresh. He has only faced some 16 deliveries. So to bring a new batter in with Qureshi having so many overs left, you never know if they can just make some inroads. But anyway, 97 for 2 as the batsman just on the back foot. That's Stefan Babalal. Goes into double figures as he whacks this one in the air. But in no danger of getting out because there's a man stationed in the wide long off position.
This ball need to have the wicket. You watch him up. If the guy's going for a big shot because he's coming in, no, he's defended. He's smart playing. If you look at it, he's not going for shots because they're calculating the runs on the total target. They want early finish, and they just basically, if done in sky, he knows that basically coming to flight it out.
Oh, this one is in the air.
See, there was the 1 run, and there was the chance. See, if you're giving the length and not giving chance to hit, the batsman gets frustrations, and then frustration comes back and give you the wicket. So you work your bowlings at 110% and give you the length and no extras, and they give you pressure to the batsman, which is, if you look at it, and giving extra, you losing your temper, basically giving more chance to the players. So Zishan again is bowling a little short, and he pulled this thing up and par for
wicket number 2. He goes. So Zishan Qureshi down the leg side, and let's see, that should be a wide. So we have to check with the umpire at the same time. It was down the leg side. Smart piece of stumping.
Yeah, he got out and stumps. And Zishan, he pulled on the front, he came up, and Zishan. So Zishan pushed the ball batsman to down the leg, and wicketkeeper came along and he just stamped it. So there was the chance for the Ricky also. There was a great chance, because if you don't miss chances, that's why we need to be learned for all the players, and we're gonna get back to them on the teams. Your young players, the guy who dropped the catch earlier for his one ball, there was the catch. He's Yaqub, and then he's a good player from Bangladesh and joining it. One thing we doing it in MCL major MCL T20 or also on this league, we don't need to be put on pressure to the each players bring the uniforms and all, so we make easier for them. Color clothings come with any team you're representing, come in play and with any teams, and that's the format they are. It's the way we have code 19 applying it, because the players got out earlier, he don't have chance, so he can play with any teams. So our rule is very bendable. That's why we put on super subs, 2 of them, so they can come along, play 2 super subs. Because there was the 13 players, the captain decided they want 2 super subs. Some is the bowler, some is the batsman, so they can get the chance, because it's hardly playing cricket in South Florida. There's a lot of demands and a lot of players want to come to play, and we have lined them up 2 other teams, but we can't host that many teams. But good news is we work with the players, we work with the teams. So thing is, players, they come in spending the times together, so they can be play with any team. So I play last game here on last Sunday. I play 4 games myself. I did the fielding for all the 4 teams. For every single games I fields. So we'll tell them up to the guys and how is easy. It's not that hard. Oh, it's the out call, but there was missed call, judge. There was the definitely is out, and the guy missed the chance, and Ricky will be great wicket. If that wicket fall off, will be change the total games along with them. There was the easy out. I seen the ball was there, and he just take his time, and players got missed calls each other. So that basically great opportunity for the Eagle, and they missed that. That was the second miss.
Yes, so the running again leaves a lot to be desired. But anyway, in the meantime, the 100 came up, and the 100 came up off the wicket when there was a wide down the leg side. But now we have the 101 Dalmatian, and like you said, yes, Ricky was in no man's land. It was a single, but he was in the blocks at the non-striker's end, while Kevin Johnson was on his way for his single to get off the mark. And a better throw and a more alert fielder would have had Ricky run out. That's the wicket that they need. He's batting on thing. Now he's going down the ground.
There's the chance. Nobody uncovers, and he have been hitting the same places that need the field places need to be back and cover. If you look at last shot, he had it last over with a Zishan. He need to cover up on the sides, but as opportunity should be stay on the cover shot, because his little flighted balls, and then have plenty times to go along with the balls. And let's see, this next ball is coming up, and that wicket we needed to make a game change. So the guy made sweep the ball, 1 single, and of this over total 106 for 3, and 15 hours gone. There's another 24 runs to go, and they have 5 more hours to go. So there is the only way they can able to do it, if there was take the chance and get the wickets. Wickets are most important at this stage, because run is rate is 5 overs is very durable for 24 runs, but good overs and good wicket will make the changing. So go back to them, the T20, T10, T90, we've been doing it, MCL for local promoting cricket, and then all the players are very excited and playing on the games, and they want exposure. So MAQ TV giving them a great exposure is usually, if you look at it, all this players came along with the different places, South Florida. This is a great opportunity to come in and especially they can see the parents and families and wife and children watch them they're playing the games. This is the only format of the games and watching, and then is out there a lot of them practice. Batting cages is full, and we're helping them to South Florida to give him the cricket on the weekend is not possible. So hopefully we'll get back on the COVID-19 situation better and better. And our stadium, I have the meeting with the stadium, Broward County Cricket Stadium, and they was not opening it until they have the cases go down. And we have US Open coming back, it's very soon. US Open is December 15th, and that's the biggest tournament for people looking after for whole year. Here's again great piece of bowling by Rizwan Ahmed, and he has very tidy, but every ball they know is the run rate is very low, and they not going for the risky shots, and they got each singles, 3 balls to 3 singles, and then here's over the wicket. He pulled that thing up, and again there was same places, and players got rusted, been sitting home for the last several months. And if you look at it, we have 3 young players came in. Their coming movement is not that quick the way athletic is youngs, but they're coming very slow to the ball when you go see the fielding. Here's again Rizwan is the 5th ball and push it down the road, leg side, and then Yasir is the fielder, is the throws accuracy, and as you know, Rizwan is a 5 singles and 5 ball. Is the opportunity is on the doors. They need to be block singles. They need to be quick catching, because there is a chance. I seen of him. This is the side, and he's got out and stumps. It's very good outside. Rizwan flight it down. He missed that shot in the cover points. He was looking at it, and then keeper them, and he's have great stumping. And here's the second stump of this is there, and he very quick and fast. The 4th wicket is down 111, and there was the last ball of the Rizwan Ahmed, and he took the wicket and stumps. So his total is 111 for 4, and it's 16 hours, 4 hours to go, and run rate required them is still 5 runs per over, which is
Yes, 5 runs and over. They can do it in singles, so they can have a dot and 5 singles. But that smart piece of stumping there, we have to say it's a get back for Damien Rowe, because that's the exact way that he got out, the wicket keeper. He got out stumped, running past the ball, and got out stumped this very same way he just had Kevin Johnson dismissed there for free. So Ricky Nair has gone into the 60s now. He is on 61 from some 49 deliveries. It's 1-1-1. You know what they say, when it's 1-1-1, you stand on one foot, and that brought the wicket, because that's a superstitious number. They 1-1-1. You normally stand on 1 foot, and that brought the number, the downfall. So the new batsman is Anil Bawani. So 22 win from 24 deliveries. The equation there tilted in the favor of the BCC Stars. So they're going to need wickets, and they're going to need them in a hurry. But like we said, the wicket taker, 2 overs, the last 2 overs produced 2 wickets. They're going to need to get maybe 2 per over from here on in. So
we have Anil Bahawani. Bahawani basically is the new players. Just joined it with Ricky Nair. Ricky Nair is on 61 out of 49 balls. Has been playing great. Is the highest score on the both innings right now. Top scorer is staying on the wicket, not taking the chance. As you know, they have the chance earlier to get him out, but players got dropped off on the catch. There was there also, and there's another chance they had it also. The players came in very slowly, so they need to work out some players youngs, and I'm looking at it, seeing that's the way is. If we can see them on the TV and all other things, they can realize that. That's the good thing on MAQ TV been doing for local cricket, to put these things together, watch them live, and see them on themselves how their performing is. The great way to learn because when I was coaching it, we used to does that, show them of the batsman to the bowler where you making mistakes. So now they go back, even the players and fieldings and bowlings and stumping, you can see that Zishan again and the right arm over the wickets, and left arm on the wickets, and he got first ball single. And now the new batsman joined it. Ricky got one more single. He knows that smart cricketers, and he's playing by calculation on his runs, and he knows this need 5 run average. So here you go, and the new batsman is pulled this thing up, and again single. So leg side leg stumps and umpire white ball, and that was
Wide.
Again, that's the wicket is the needed crucial for the teams, and if we got the wicket, will be there, or Ricky Nair will be get on. He's got up the sky, and again, and same places. If you look at it, he's been attacking same cover shots, and got it. So total is 115 runs for 4. And we have next games. The teams is here participating, and earlier, and we'll have long break. And this is good ball on the length. If you look at it, this dot ball, and 16.3 is no runs on this ball, and they need extra wickets. Great ball. There was a stumps, and miss outside it. He's almost there. Good keeping by them, and he's been excellent, excellent performance in it. And that's basically we watching him as a performance to add it on his future with the. There's a full toss on the sky. There was the catch call, but as you know, there was. Give extra, no reason to it. A drop catch will be in the sky, those not called for who's, but it's the middle of both players, fielders. So is the opportunity there, but it's hard. But again, that's the ball number 5, and he's been playing on the wickets, left arms, Zishans come up, and the guys pull is that ball. So no runs on the total. It's still 117. And end of this over as the total is 117 for 4. So they still run rate require them 3 overs 4.7. Rizwan back again on south end, and 3 overs and 14 runs. So is cricket is unusual games, as you know that. Iowa, and
yes,
and Iowa been here and from South Miami for every weekends, and now when they have the tournaments, and he have the own station, the radio station, which has been promoting South Florida for so many years, and that's why we had it more exposures come out, and people can participating, watching his and listening the radio and watching the MAQ TV, and we supporting to the South Florida at least in the long weekend, at least Labor Day weekend. So we have something to people not coming out of them on the house. There was the chance is a little bit outside, and that they need to be work on. All the players have to be athletics, come and start off the balls, and then go in for the catches. The catches win matches.
yes. Well, Croatia would have bowled his 4 overs for some 32 runs, so he's done and dusted. And like we said, the wicket takers would have been between himself and Rizwan. You have to look out for every ball. Look out for a wicket when these guys are bowling. He flighted nicely. Zishan Qureshi, he invited the batsman. We saw one smart piece of stumping off his bowling. But then the near catches, you've got to pull those in. You've got to net them in, help the bowlers. You don't have to always wait. And this one's inside edge, just going past the leg stump. There's just going to be one.
So Rizwan doing great bowlings, as you see in 1 dot, 1 runs, 1 dot, 1 runs and 4 balls, and he keeping up to the match continue, stay on the last moment. So is anything action change? They need the wicket on this one. If single, so Ricky got easy single again, and so total got 3 runs on the board in total 120. So it still require them 5 runs on average, and that balls will be decided in stay under 5. So we'll have this one came in a little short, and the single again. So total 121 runs on the boards. Is a 5 run exactly, 2 overs left, 10 runs require, 5 runs per overs. We'll see that, and look like players got a little tired running around singles, but that's why the game is single runs per over per balls. So 5 runs. Now we have the good bowler Huda has done a great performance in South Florida. Senior players, has been playing in South Florida a long times, and many other leagues he's been playing. So let's see his startup. Is the first over earlier he throw that was not very successful on the north end, and he got some runs on. He have 1 overs earlier.
For 13 runs.
13 runs, and that will be very damages in score, because 13 runs is a big score.
Yes,
So,
well, Wisman has done and dusted too, and a very good 4 overs. He bowled his 4 overs for some 15 runs and got a wicket as well. But like we said, Huda have given up some runs in his first over. Just 5 runs required. So if he were to give up 13 from this, then you can say it's all done and dusted. Well, Anil is going to be on strike as Huda bowls around the wicket, and he's on the back foot. And again, they're looking for a single, and Wiki is looking for a single, but that's a non-existent single. It was just a thought. I think he was flirting with danger. 121 for 4. So he starts with a dot. So Huda is on the comeback trail, giving up 13 in the first. Down the leg side, but that one is pitching outside leg. So, the laws of cricket. If the ball is pitches outside the leg stump, you can't be out LBW. So it was a muted appeal, but he's come back well with 2 dots. Like you said.
Yeah, Uda is a very good bowler. As you can see that thing up, Uda is bowling is pulled away and single again. For look like, and now we need to take the wicket. One of the wicket is down. It's still gotta have chance to pressure for single, because last over they have heavy, and he's a great bowler. If you look at it, is a bowling style is a professional bowlers, and back for South Florida is age did not count, but he is always performance in his league. So there's 2 runs on the total. If you look at it, 4 balls, 2 dot and 2 singles. So total run required
8 from 8.
8 balls for 8 runs, and that will be it's easier. They have wicket on hand, but is the ball decided? Each ball have, that was not the run, but like they came in, they should have to wait for the single. For 7 balls, 7 runs is coming back to the last over. If they was not going for big shots, let's see. This ball decided how they still we have continue on the last ball and last over. And Uda is again on the left arm on the wicket, and he pulled. Is no runs on this ball. There was a great stop by. So there's an opportunity there. They still have the good players, the set players who's been 66. Ricky Nair has been playing. So they have only 7 runs required.
Tell them the score. Tell them they need 7 from 7.
7 runs required.
7 runs needed in last 7 runs needed.
Yeah, then let the batsmen know. They would want to know, because there's the scoreboard.
Yeah. So total require them 7 run is a 6 ball, which is.
They need to know. I mean, the batters.
They already have been announcing it up there, screaming out there. They need 6 runs to they already front ends, and we hear that, and they know that. So 6 runs is the total will give them the level the score, I guess, right?
Yes, they're just 1 hit away, and
so if
Anil.
you look at it, 6.
No, well, 7 to win, really. 7 from 6, so they still need. They need a hit away and a no ball.
He's saying Anil Bahawani have 6 run and Ricky Nair 6-6. So 66. So all 6 on the board. 56 ball, 66 runs and 6. So a lot of 6 on the board I can see. And then current run rate is 6.5 against 6. Ball is 6 also. If you can see the ball left 6. So is the row is the bowling and the row is the
No,
White. Mr. White. White is a good bowler. Last over he have done, I seen of him is like 5 continuous Yorkers.
Yeah, 5
And that was the make a score slow down, as you know that he have the great bowler and have good length and the short start, and he come from short start and his accuracy is the count, and he pulled this thing up, and as you said the dot ball again continue. If he can make it that thing up 6 start and 6 ball, that is the imagination. If first ball is the dot ball, as you can see, the guy got nervous, team's getting him back and make him more excited of this game, coming back excited. This is the last over is for them, so they have to do 110% for themselves, every players and batsmen. So this is the times we can watch the games. So that's why I like to always watch whenever the big games I come in, like last 3-4 hours watching home for excitement. For this is the young players. We've seen that his came along again. He pushed down the single, which is 1 runs on the total, and they still require them 6 to win and 5 to level the score. And Ricky is a set player. He's done 66 and 56. If he made mistake, if he got out, that will be disaster changing. So let's see. The ball number 3 is getting back to him. Ricky, press this thing up on the points, and
4.
is the guys and out and 4 runs. There was offside the stump ball dropping off. He pulled and he have the fast ball. If he have attacked the wicket, maybe like a Yorker he have done for last overs. So total is 1 more runs to make a total score level, and 2 runs required for the win and 3 balls to go. So his set players, he got 70 runs and 57. So let's make excitement the games and let's see this balls what they do. And 2 and 2 or ball in straight, he made singles, which is there was no single right on the front of the players, and score got level. Everybody waiting for singles now. So is chance to Super have 2 ball left, and they need to be wait for the single and push back.
Everybody have to come in on the single.
Everybody have to come for singles, and then everybody, here you go. Last ball games, and there was there was not single, and they win that games. BCC Star, they win the games, and last 1 ball left, and the great games are until to the end. So it's here's the thing of we have game is over. It's total score 131 for BCC Star, and as you say, Eagle Star lost the games, and great game for the weekend. And we have second games and also team second coming in. But this the game is, you can see the total. Ashok made 7 out of 5. Ricky Nair not out is 71 on 58 balls, and Zakaria made 20 runs on 22 ball. 10 runs for 17, and Stefan bowled by Zishan Qureshi, and Kevin Johnson got out, stumped by Rowe, and bowled by Rizwan Ahmed, and Anil Bahwani not out, 8 run out of 14 balls. So total is there is 131 for 4 and 19.5 overs, 12 run extra. And Zishan is for 4 overs, 8 runs average, 32 for 1 wicket. Zishan Akbar is 1 wicket, 1 over. Rizwan Ahmed 15 runs, 1 wicket, 3.8 run rates. And Azim is 16 runs and 3 overs, 5.3. No wicket last overs. And White have 3.5 overs. Last ball left on the overs is 25 for 1 wicket he took. And Yaqub Ali, 2 overs, 24 runs. And 12 runs. Most economical,
71.
expensive overs by Yaqub Ali.
71, I gotta
24
make sure. Yeah,
runs.
71.
And to the game
from
number stop.
58
Now we have
minutes.
interview
You pace
coming
yourself
back.
well.
And
How are
Ricky
you
is the
feeling?
man of the match
First
on this
of all, it's pretty
tournament.
hot out there. I think because of the rain that fell, the game was kind of split into two, where when it rained, the ball started skidding off the surface. So that was when it was a lot easier to play the Pacers, but then it started gripping after the fact. So we had to slow it down a little bit, and the wickets fell as well. So I just wanted to kind of anchor through the innings and make sure I see the team home.
Yes, well, you paced yourself, and by no means 131 from 20 overs was a lot of runs, but you stayed to the end. When you would have lost, your first partner, and then you had a partner in Zach, how did you feel at that point?
Well, with Zach, me and Zach go back about 10, 15 years in terms of batting, so we know each other's batting really, really well. We trust each other, so when he came in, everything was still good, secure, but as soon as he got out, then 2 or 3 other guys got out. I changed my game plan a little bit. Instead of being so aggressive, I wanted to just anchor the innings through and win it for the team.
Yeah, because Zach came up with a 20 from some 22 delivery, so he kept pace with you. It was a good partnership between both of you. It was a good partnership. And then, for whatever reason, you slowed down, but you gave the reason. You said the wicket was gripping, and you thought you can pace yourself. At any time in your inning, you thought you were in danger of not getting the 132.
No, not really, because I knew who was to come as well. I knew Anil was to come. I know the batting order, and we bat pretty deep. So I wasn't in danger of that. It did come kind of close towards the end where we needed the 7. But I was also counting the spinners that they had, the bowlers that they had left to bowl the overs. And I was waiting on English to come back, the pace to come back, so we can finish the game.
Okay, stay. Zach, let's have a little chit-chat here with you. Come on this other side over here. I'm going to get a sandwich here from both of you, because I know you're from in South Florida here. Come on, face the camera over here, Tom. Face him, yes. Like Ricky said, you guys been batting well together. First of all, how are you feeling on a nice hot Florida day?
This doesn't get more Florida than today, but felt good being out here. Always grateful to come out on a Sunday. Get a sweat with the guys. But yeah, it felt good coming out here today. We bowled really well, fielded pretty well. I mean, a couple drop catches here and there. But to restrict them to 130 was a respectable total. But we have faith in our batting. That we and Ricky as well to chase that down.
Okay, well, your team has gone. They have not lost the match here. Let me just say that now. So I have to say congratulations. You guys have a winning streak going, and Rick, he has not failed yet. I haven't seen you fail here yet, Zach. You're one for the future. How far do you want your cricket to go? I know we're in this pandemic. You can't say too much into next year, but what do you see yourself going into the future for cricket here in South Florida?
Well, it's great with this minor league cricket coming up. There's a lot of local talent all the way around the U.S. And really to exploit that talent, with the minor league cricket. In South Florida, we're hoping that we can get the best team, compete on a national level, around the U.S. So it's very exciting, really. As we've had a lot of under-19 tournaments, but now cricket's starting to grow back now in the States, and we can really, develop a good cricket program here.
Okay, I understand with the minor leagues, there's some restrictions, some rigid restrictions. If you're playing for the minor league, they ask you not to play in any other cricket. Is that a concern to you?
I'm not too familiar with the restrictions or not, but I would hope we were allowed to play with our local leagues, but I can understand why, if we're training with the minor league team, why they would want to keep it restricted to practicing and playing for your minor league cricket team.
Okay, Ricky, how about you? Are you in the minor leagues, or you past the minors and gone into the majors now?
Well, I'm just really glad for cricket to be back seriously in the Americas. I know that when Zach and me were growing up, we had the under-19 USACA cricket happening, and then we had regionals and nationals, and that kind of fell off for a little bit. I'm really glad that a structured program is back, and me and Zach are looking forward to it. I mean, we want to grow. I think any good cricketer, anyone who has potential, is looking for a platform to perform, right? And something like this gives you a platform. And then we've seen the likes of Ali Khan and some other guys go to CPL and do these things that they're able to do. So all we're looking for is a platform to perform, and I think minor league cricket, and then on to the major leagues will give us something like that.
Matt, we're on to the minor leagues here, and we know there's some rules and playing conditions and stuff. These guys are not quite aware of some of the things, so maybe you can keep them abreast with some of the things, as like with the minor leagues, and they should not be allowed to play, any other cricket and such. What can you tell them and encourage them?
The thing is, in the USA, they have a lot of opportunity for the players. They've been playing to all other tournaments local, because we don't have enough tournaments here. So we don't want to put restrictions for anybody. We always US Open, National Championship. We want to give them opportunity to all the players. They come in and they play in every places. So we want to make sure all the minor league or there was happenings and stuff. And we don't want bind by for the players, because the players get a great opportunity to continue play, because we have short of cricket anyway. If we start, it's not like Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. They have only all year around cricket, and then 7 days or 6 days players they're playing. So if you're hardly Sunday cricket, if you're blocking by players, say okay, players have to be must opportunity to be open. They cannot be just tied them up for the players. So that kind of things we're looking after, and then our goal is hunting the players the best. Like if you've seen that thing up, Ali Khan came in, Jash Kran came in, is Stephen Taylor's and all. They have no lockdown players things in the contracts. They are asking open to play, because that's the way they can able to play more cricket. So if you look at this weekend, we just make a T20. So minor league, they're saying you cannot play any T20 games for any there unless you have to have approve sanctionings. But that's not local tournament can apply. There should be international lockdown. That will be a different story. They cannot play internationally scale. But the local development programs, which we offering it, we do night cricket T20, as you know, the Laurie Hill for last 13 years, and they're gonna shut down that one. That's not fair games to play. So my thing is, this is minor league. We was promoting local players like Ricky Nair. If you've seen this thing up, it's great, outstanding performance. What happened if he don't play? If he playing with our big matches, they're never gonna give him a chance. Nobody knows he is. So today we give him exposure for MAQ TV. Maybe millions of people watched it all over the world. At least see that. So you cannot hide this player anymore. You cannot hide them, because the opportunity come in and you can see that. So that's our goal is. We don't want people can hide and the players and come in performance. So always for last 20 years I've been promoting cricket and then players. So all we are open. We have done many biggest tournaments. We don't want to put restriction for anybody, not the team owners. Team owners can take it any places, go to play with the teams at any places. Because what happened today, they have the extra money. Some team owners, some they don't have it, so they can able to take in Chicago, they can take them in New York and Houston and all. So there should be common goal is they should be members, but they're not restrictions on those things. So it's a great performance, as you've seen the Ricky Nair's, and then I congratulate to him is the batting performance. He calculating his things. If you look at my comments, and they're calculating games he's been playing, and he knows the target was the requirement target is, and that's why we want to teach them. And there is a lot of outfield. You see this thing of the players not doing 110% performance. So we need a lot of cricket. What happened? They're not playing enough cricket. So we want to bring the enough cricket to bring him. So that's why we continue opportunity this league. Players can play with any teams and come in performance, and you have records to show them up. You've been playing. So hopefully all this thing has been corrected, and we have minor leagues teams, major. We always support. It doesn't matter who does that. Laurie Hill does the tournament. I support them. I sponsor them. A major league coming, minor league coming, I sponsor them and support them also. So I'm here as a positive cricketer, and I want to be positive for all the players and team owners. So that's the continue being growing. And then USA is very hard to development cricket, because a huge country and limited resources, limited grounds and all. we need to make it better and better. So let's work together. That's why I've always been telling to let's work together. Do not put restrictions on. Similar, same thing. USACA have a restriction put on before. If you play in this tournament, you cannot play USACA national teams. You cannot do that as a player because this America is very independent players. All players work for their own jobs. The contract they had it, like a lot of players, they're calling, they're complaining. They have the contract for a year, they left the jobs. Now they don't have contract. So you cannot do that for the blocking down these players. Opportunity should be leaving open. Land of America, America is one of the country is the opportunity open 24/7 for everybody who does the best for the business wise and performance wise and league wise. Unless you have major contract, they can contribute for the family, and you just tie them up that players and all. You give them the better contract, and I wish Ricky Nair's got the best contract for the national teams, and he will get basically $100,000. Why not? You know, I'm gonna be pushed for him. Ali Khan, if you look at it, great performance, and he's gonna be a lot of opportunity. He's gonna come in a semi-final, finals. He came in same ground he started with. I remember that thing. The first time he come from Ohio, same ground he started, but he's become one of the stars. He's one of the biggest star right now. If you look at it, been America, been playing America. But thing is, if I put the restricted, okay, if you play U.S. Open, you cannot play another league. That will be disaster from his lifestyle. So he was been playing New York, he was been playing all over the places. So we want to be open for all these players and then play more cricket play, more performance, more people can watch them up, and there was no restrictions.
Yeah, well, Mark, I'm sure they would have heard you, and you're pleading for these guys to play more cricket and do not put a hindrance. So, Vicky, well played today. I know you have another game coming up at 3 o'clock. You and Zach was a good partnership between both of you. 71, like I said, the highest score have been here since the pandemic would have started, 71. But this one is a 20 over. Prior to that, we were playing the 10-10. So, in the next game, and with Zach too, I hope that at least you go for all the marbles. We need to see a century here. And you batted very well today. You played proper cricketing shots. Zach did the same thing. Both of you bowled well. So two upcoming all-arounders. I'm going to wish you guys all the best. You know, Mark is here to support you all the way. And with that, maybe you want to say a word of thanks to Mark since you have this opportunity.
Yes, please. So I just want to thank Mac again. You know, in the last 2 months or so, he has been organizing cricket here during the pandemic, and they've done a really good job of sanitizing, keeping things clean, and you know, televising and all that stuff. I mean, with all the cricketers down here, they haven't played like most around the country in about 6 months or so. So him having this ground, the platform, using it in a positive way, I just want to, you know, thank Mac for that and congratulate him for continuing cricket even during this time in South Florida.
Well stated, well stated. Well, good luck in your next game. Keep your winning streak going. And Zach, you too. We're going to wish you guys all the best. Your youth, our time has come and gone. We're just here to just come from the back end and see what we are doing. I'm carrying a big heavy mic instead of a 5-pound bat. So that's all we have here from the presentation party. Thanks.